In my own country, they trying to track me down. For what? I don't know. Oh, Mr. Liar Man, you know I didn't do the thing you say I do. Oh, Mr. Liar Man. Joe Rastafari, King Selassie, big up, oh Mr. Liar Man, oh Mr. Liar Man, oh Mr. Liar Man, oh Mr. Liar Man. You know I didn't do the thing you say I do, oh Mr. Liar Man. Oh Liar Man, you know, Liar Man, you know I didn't do those things. Oh, Mr. Liar Man, I know I didn't do those things. Oh, Mr. Liar Man, Mr. Liar Man, Rastafari, no, I didn't do. Oh, Mr. Liar Man, you know, you know, you know, you know. Oh, Liar Man, a liar man, the liar man, you are liar man. Oh, Mr. Liar Man, you know I didn't do the thing you say I do. Oh, Mr. Liar Man, Rastafari, King Selassie, big up.
I didn't do it, Liar Man. Let Jaja judge you, Liar Man. I didn't do it, Liar Man. Let Jaja judge you.
So what, you keep lying? Lie, 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 lie. You lie, you lie, you lie. Oh, Mr. Liar Man, oh, Mr. Liar Man. I say you lie, you lie. Oh, Mr. Liar Man, Mr. Liar Man. Hey, oh, Mr. Liar Man. You know I didn't do the thing you say I do. Oh, Mr. Liar Man. Jano, 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 Rastafari, no.
Liar Man, I didn't do it. Liar Man, let Jaja judge you. Liar Man, I didn't do it. Liar Man, let Jaja judge you.
Mr. Liar Man, me nah go burn you with no fireman. Me nah go burn you on the fire pan. Cause you a liar man, wicked man, bad man, foolish man. Mr. Liar Man, that away because me never love you. I say oh no Jaja, I go judge you. Cause you a liar man, wicked man, bad man, foolish man.
Liar Man, I didn't do it. Liar Man,
You ready for that?
Jaja judge you.
You ready for the boy there?
Liar Man, I didn't do it. Liar Man, let Jaja judge you.
Wanna hear it? Don't ever follow back on Mr. Liar Man them. Because the name says already, you know. You see me? Mr. Liar Man, wicked man, bad man, and foolish man. You see me? Fire upon Mr. Wicked Man them. Mr. Liar Man them. Fire!
Yes, we must. Fellow citizens, fellow Liberians, freedom and power brings responsibility. The responsibility rests upon CDC, a noble party representing a noble people. Before the birth of CDC, we have endured all the pains of poverty and the marginalization. Our heart is heavy with the consciousness of this sorrow. Some of those pains continue even now. However, the past is over, and it is the future that attracts us now. The struggle of the people is the true national one. It is the struggle of the Liberian people, inspired by their own suffering and their own experience. It is the struggle for the right to live. In my time, I have and will dedicate myself to the struggle of the Liberian people. I stand before you humble by your courage, with a heart full of love for all of you. I regard it as the highest honor to lead the CDC at this moment in our history. And in that, we have been choosing to lead our country, people into the new century. I pledge to use all my strength and my ability to live up to your expectations of me as well as of the CDC. I have cherished the ideas of a democratic and free society in which all persons live together in harmony and with equal opportunities. It is an idea which I hope to live for.
Only pay for what you need at Liberty Mutual. And
I could have done anything.
To connect with others and to prove that it's possible.
Council no goes for Liberians and they talk so the president the president don't country. The president now get beef with the citizen. Oh God, oh Africa, God you dey create why create Africa. The president really get time now to the beef citizen. These beef self not even small beef say then they exchange like the way our own they be now for online until they talk. No. The president get time, enter studio. He said because the way they hear, the way the country people say, it they nationalize. You understand? They explain what they say, yeah, you do. He said they would lie for your head. Say, that got this one, he wired this one. You know, understand? You know, people think they don't need to talk, say, yeah, you understand? He said the thing, say most of the things he not do, especially this last one. One of the officials where they work for government has got say, yeah, or why I you understand the Liberian people? I need to understand my language. You understand? The thing touch the president. Everybody got the talker. The guy go gather heart. Enter studio. See, because you need to attend to this thing. Ah, president. You can't compose song. When people pay me the song where you compose, you not see hip hop. You not sing hip hop. You not sing Afro. You not sing blues. Now you choose reggae. Liberian president was call out with reggae song. When people pay me for it, start the song. They shout, Jah Rastafari. Even Bob Marley shout Jesus. Who is that? I said, no. He's who teach this guy reggae. I said, you hear reggae shame, oh God. And the way people they sing the song. Liberian people now they talk to, not they talk to. This song we Nigeria will use because some of them they complain say the song not sweet. My guy is sweet, but not before your Liberian people is sweet for year because that song, the title. I don't know whenever I hear our latest big song between the president and the citizen of the whole country. Oh yeah, Regadilaba.
In my own country, they trying to track me down. For what? I don't know. Oh, Mr. Liarman, you know I didn't do the thing you say I do. Oh, Mr. Liarman. Joe Rastafari. King Selassie.
The president never beefy country now. Get time. Enter studio. Go compose. Mr. Liarman. You know I did do the thing. Oh yeah, now you get voice so see voice. Voice be like okra. Oh Mr. Liarman. Hey, Liberian people. Are they feeling a pain? Are they feeling that? So you dey use Liberia money now till they discover your talent from football now. They put you don't release like 3 track inside this 10 or wait this 3 track. Before you go the other one, you go release 1 dozen. So you dey use the country. So what is Liberia? What I go do for me? Make problem for not day because this your president. You dey use the disgrace reggae music. You understand what I mean? One I just put law for now. Where in the position? Make studio not the Liberia. If anybody wants sing, they go. Even Jamaica president never sing with reggae. Jamaica, where reggae take on. President enter. See you. When I see the cover of the song. He wear better if he see dreadlock. He be like those way they labadi for Ghana. Dreadlock where they roll with wheelbarrow. Those of them Momo put up for front. Now the cover of the song with this. They use the country money. You know I did do it. If you not do it, you don't know where courts there. You don't sue people. You get time. The time when you they get for song, if you use that, they get time to take the follow up. What did they do? If for good. Cockroach go shot. My girlfriend they lost. So who you follow? George. Mosquito go shot. My girlfriend no. What did happen? Where? Come on, Lisa said, hey, Presido, yeah, you do it. Memo goes to the news.
That's Nigeria.com.
Every community, every corner, respecting the lost in the villages and every corner. Let to forgive and forget. No need to murmur, let the love flow, just let the sun shine every summer. Peace in every county, peace in every town, peace in every village.
That's Nigeria.com.
We don't want no more. We don't want demonstration. Peace is all we need to carry on.
If you believe and I believe, together we can pray. Look, people will be saved. 15 years of civil war, nothing we have to show the world. Let us come to our senses.
Peace and unity is all we need. All we need. Has to be peace to all community. And number 1, number 5. Everybody come together. We want peace and harmony. No more war and no more fighting. We want peace and harmony. Oh, peace. Oh, peace. In our nation. In our land. Oh.
Liberia is all we have. Let us come together and build our nation. Because peace is all we need. Love is all we need. Hope is all we need.
Getting to net zero emissions means change. Discover more about Shell's climate ambition.
Tis the season for Wawa's Holiday Blend Coffee. Cozy up.
I have spent many years of my life in stadium, but today is a feeling like no other. I'm overwhelmed with the crowd and the energy here today, and I guarantee you, when we finish, there will not be a winner or a loser. Today we all wear the jersey of Liberia, and the victory belongs to the people, to the peace, and to our democracy.
Okay, hello, 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 hello. What's up? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for showing up and for coming through. And today is what? The 29th of December. We going into 2020. 2020, we still got a few days. We still got a few hours. We need to give God the glory. We need to tell God thank you. And we are not lucky. It's just by the blessing of God that we are alive. There are a lot of people who are better than us, but God took them away. And it's sad. We lost a lot of good people this year. And to all the bereaved family, people who lost their loved ones, friends, well, we need to glorify God. We need to give God the glory. You cannot ask why it ever happened. It's just by the glory of God that we can stand here today and be counted among the living. And as usual, I don't wait for 10,000 people before I start to talk. You noticed I was playing some tips from the past about President Weah. I listened to his speech, and I listened to one of his speeches that he said about CDC. When you're not into that seat, sometimes people speak right, which is true. That is why Liberians don't trust politicians. But the politicians try to put the people in the situation that they keep them in an area where they will remain as a beggar once they into that position. And how I want to put it, the people really don't trust politicians. Even around in America, people don't trust politicians. But it's just so sad. Like Liberia is worse. But thank God things are changing. When you go back and listen to President Weah's inaugural speech, he promised the Liberian people a lot of stuff which he never delivered. And now we're going into the third year. By next month, it will make Joshua 3 years as president of Liberia. And I will tell you guys, he has given up already. President Weah will not run. Put me on record. President Weah will not contest 2023. If he will do, it will be under pressure from some seditionists who think that they still need something. But according to what I'm receiving and what he's saying, President Weah don't have time anymore. He's thinking how to get out. Even the people that are around him now, he notices Joshua have felt it that, yes, the people of Liberia are pissed off. The people don't trust him anymore. The people think it's to remove him, no matter what. They will remove him from office come 2023. Whether he contests or not, they will remove him. And he thinking what to do, but he don't trust nobody. He still got the same old guys there around him. So it's up to him. The other day, and my topic today is about Cummings and Boakai. Why? I will open a line and I want to hear from people, but I want to be honest. Why? I notice when I'm going through my software, it delays and people don't get on. A lot of people don't come on. I don't know why. And why Cummings or Boakai? I want for people to be honest with me and give me their opinion. Give me your honest views. Why Cummings or Boakai to lead the CPP? If you prefer Cummings, I want you to tell me why you think Cummings should be the one. If you want me Boakai, I want you to tell me. I'm not saying that you should criticize the next person, but I want you to tell me when I'm opening the lines for you to come and give me your contribution. But that is what I want you to do. Tell me why Cummings or Boakai. Now, but before I get there, let me just summarize. There are a lot of things happening. Like during this week, I saw the video with this boy they call Crystal. But I want to say this to we Liberians. We make mistakes every day in our life. And making our personal mistake, it don't need for us to be prosecuted. If Crystal or gay or whatsoever you guys say, I don't think it's necessary. And what I noticed is that Christo was the one who went to the police station. He went to the police station and complained. And I think the police told him to give some money. And now, that's not lie. I'm a witness to certain things when it comes to the police. Let me just take some rule first. I was in Liberia 2018. I was in Bento. There was a little boy who got killed, and nobody knows who killed him. And the police was searching. The police requested for scratch card. Scratch card. I'm in the place right by the hospital, not far, because I spent the night to Talbot compound there. And the lady said the police want a scratch card. One Lone Star, one Cellcom. I gave them $20 scratch card. For what? Also, just in case when we find them, we'll be able to call. I could not believe it. And the other guy said, well, that's what they can do here, Chief. God. So now they told Christo to to pay something, gave some money for them to do certain things. And I think he got pissed off and told them how they are corrupt. And then the police used the word and called him gay. You see, look, even if he's a gay, I don't think it's something that we need to tell people about their sexual life. I am a Christian. I pray to God every day not to get a gay in my family. But the day it happens, I don't know how I want to take it. But I don't think it's necessary to go after people for their sexual orientation or whatsoever. So all that happened, and I think he hit the police and all that things. They escalated it, and people everybody got a problem. Things are hard. I think he's going through some stress and some other things. So whether he has the opportunity before and he misused it, or whether it was true and whatsoever, I don't think it's something that we need to just get in there. And you know what I'm saying? If you cannot help him, just let it go. I saw Juniors and Lofa Julius and trying to get in touch with him, which is a good thing. I don't think Julius doing it because he's a human being. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it goes to reach out to people. You don't know. And today, if that boy commit a suicide, what do you think we're going to say? Everybody who laughing will get pissed off and say, oh, yeah, we're supposed to help him. We're supposed to help him. But it happens. So please let us stop it. And we're going into New Year. We're going into New Year. This is the time we need to come together as a nation. Yes, we all have sides. We all supporting someone. But for once, let us put Liberia in the middle of our argument. Let us drop Liberia in the middle of our argument. So you got CDC, CPP, or whatsoever, but Liberia is in the middle and everybody trying to get there. Let us stop the lies. Let us stop giving the fake news. Look, I have a saying that do not fall in love with politicians. Yes, you might not like the CPP, or the CPP might not like the CDC. But no matter what, we are all Liberians, and we all will be in Liberia. I tell people, don't put yourself on record and hate your friend because of politics. All the guys will leave office tomorrow. They will have the money, they will live their life, but you're going to go back in your community to convince your friends to apologize to some of them that you refuse to speak to, or you just have to isolate yourself from them. Please share the video when you get on please. So it's always good. Let us respect each other. And I will say this, there is nothing wrong with you criticizing your leader. It is in the Constitution. It is your responsibility to hold the government responsible if they are going wrong. But you know, some people consider criticism as insult. Oh, the man is a criminal. Yes, but when you say he's a criminal, We come on Facebook every day. We give different advices. We say a lot of things, different things. Some people spend more time insulting on Facebook, which I hardly want to do it. And social media is nothing where it's not a radio station. People say whatever they want to say because they don't control it easily. So some people insult, but I believe if you insult, you kill your message. But yes, sometimes we use some words like stupid. It's a stupid idea. It's nonsense, But going deep into things and insulting mother, using mother and words and whatsoever, I don't think it's necessary. Or to even attack the children, because the person who decided to get into politics, that's the person we need to go after. But all in all, one of our problems, our leaders are they lack visions. They don't have the vision. So that is why they have no ideas how to empower the youth. All they know when they are elected and they into that office, now it's so worse in Liberia, just continue to sink. You will sink until you go out of breath. How in a world that you have people to, after election, and you still sitting there for people to be singing song? Why President Weah will even allow people to sing before he speak? Why? To understand, to those show that the people don't have nothing to do. That means you are not doing anything to empower them. Anything. But let me say this, guys, to my CDC brothers. It's over. Look at it. I don't know how can you come back. I don't know how you're going to come back. Let me just give you small little statistics. 2005, Montserrado County was 25 to 30% of the vote. 2011 to 2016, it was 36%. Right now, Montserrado is 51% of the total vote. The total vote in the country is 51% right in Montserrado. Montserrado got half of the total votes. More than half anyway, because they got 1,270,000 plus. You know what I'm saying? So they about 51%. And you got what? 35%. The opposition got 61.3%. So we look at the past statistics. How can you recuperate? How can you come in? Because there's no more trust. How can you win the trust of the people? How can President Weah win the trust of the Liberian people? How can he do that? What he need to do different? They got this parable. They say you chase black car in the day, you don't find it. You think you find it in the night? No, you cannot find it in the night because the car dark, black. The sun hot, you don't find it. Then in the night, you think you'll see it? No, you got 3 years. Every government, every leader, whether they are corrupt or not, they try their best to do everything in the first year to encourage the people. And let me give you one example. It happened right in front of your face. Darius Dillon. Darius Dillon did everything possible for the Liberian people to trust him. And this was the first time in the history of Liberia that Liberians around the world and in Liberia put money together and gave it to a city lawmaker. A city lawmaker. It never happened before. The writing is on the wall. What are you thinking about? They voted against Sir Joseph because of George Weah. They voted against CDC candidates because of President Weah leadership. Don't blame nobody. You cannot blame anybody that President Weah. Yes, they never did a job, but who responsible? Who responsible? The president. He employed them. He appointed them and can fire them. Even if this president don't know and he wants to just go right back to football, every coach put the best team on the field. Every coach. They put the best. They don't put no worse and keep the best for the last. No. When it comes to sports, They put their best players. The only time you see coach don't put his best player, that means he knows that he's already qualified and he try to keep his player not to hurt. But when he won results, he bring in his best. So I don't know what kind of football president we are playing, that even if you were to use the football analogy, ideology into politics, it was going to be perfect. It was coming to be perfect. Look for the best. Every coach want to win. When you win, the coach get the glory. When the team lost, what happened? Sometimes they fire the coach. They fire the coach. So George Weah is a bad coach. A very, very bad coach. The first thing, President Weah lied to the Liberian people. President Weah lied on everything to Liberian people. The people that he said that he loved so much, the people trusted him. He told them, this is what I will do when I become president. I will make sure you will not be a spectator in your own economy. I will make sure that it will instill law and order and justice for the voiceless. We will make sure everyone has the right to speak out. But President Weah, the first thing I gave him, he got in mind to say, anybody calls me now in the street, you will say, oh, happy. Just one label. Just like a label. Our president doing things. We voted for this man to lead, not to sit and other people lead, not to sit for people to give him advice and don't even take it. He is the leader. He need to come up with agenda, not people coming out with agenda. You know what I'm saying? Not things are so hard and you want to. But look, this one thing. I mean, you will see me go. I will get to the topic with Cummings and Boakye. This is the situation. Can you believe our president still signing AC Milan jersey to people and telling them to put it on Facebook? Can you believe that? Do you know when President Weah left AC Milan? He left AC Milan and went to England. They loaned him. Then they loaned him. Then he came back. Then he left and went to England again. I think with Man City also before he left. 20 years ago, President Weah still signing AC Milan jersey and giving it to people. Fine, that's good. I can take a jersey from President Weah if he only go and practice. Why would I want to get an AC Milan jersey? They got George Weah AC Milan jersey sitting all over the place. Okay, and then what? He's signing why he's a president because they did on it now, December 28th and blah 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 2020. Then he telling you put it on Facebook. That's what the president loved. The president had a big party the other day. That was good. We talk about him. This president do want to invite people. This president want to help the children. This president have never ever in his life had a party for the children. Never before he ever did it. But thank God he did it this time around. But he selected people. It was only for sedition. Nobody can tell me because it was not announced. It was never announced that this president was having a Christmas party. This president never even gave a Christmas message. And he had all the children stuck up together. Stuck up together. No mask. Nothing. They all squeezing up. And they were there. Yes, they gave them the gift. But you know what I saw in that whole video? Some of the seditions said that we lie. President Weah, the man never built no 10 houses. The one that I counted was 20 different colors because they were taking the video around. I counted 20. And imagine each one of them is 4 apartments, upstairs and downstairs, upstairs and downstairs. So Tom say by 20, by 4. You know how many buildings, how many units in that place? That's a village. You know President Weah could have built that place if he really wanted to, because at the time he was making the money. But where the money go, the guy in heaven know. President Weah built 2 houses. Nobody pretend. No Liberian man that get money can pretend. Don't let nobody fool you. But you know, we'll leave that one. We'll talk about it until the next government will be so embarrassed. President Weah will justify how he built the house. He will. There must be law and order in Liberia. Some guys then will face the same problem. Okay, now 2023 will be on election day. We call it decision day. I posted on Facebook today and I was asking people about Cummings and Bouaka. And some people say, oh yes, Bouaka was vice president and he was there for some time. And I think he should be the one to be president, standard bearer. And then other people say, oh no, Cummings is the man. And some people say Cummings is weak. That's all. I thought people were going to say something different about Cummings. I thought they were really going to say something about Cummings that were coming to be interesting. But to my surprise, we got a lot of educated people in Liberia and live in America. But I will tell you, sometimes I ask myself, how they think. That is why the people say educated people fool Liberia. Fool them. Yes, they say they fool them. Let's see. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, please hold me. I'm trying to switch one of my phones to my network. Okay. As I said, I got a lot of comments. And one of the comments that caught my attention, it came from Cecilia. I know Cecilia very well. She said, how many jobs have Cummings created for Liberians? Is he waiting to be president first? Let him build schools in Maryland County and other parts of Liberia that will help hire lots of people. His luxury apartment building on 16th Street costs $60,000 or more annually to live in. Is that for common masses? We want to see realistic tangibles for the masses. His personal investment is his right to make his profit. You hear that? His personal investment. Okay. But for a man fighting to be president of Liberia, how does it impact the lives of Liberians? Coca-Cola factory closed here. Cummings School have taken it over to help the Liberian people. This lady, she's an educated woman. She got a PhD or she's a PhD recipient. She worked in the nursing field. You see the thing I'm talking about? I know her very well. But if the first thing she said, Cummings School are taking over Coca-Cola. Cummings resigned from Coca-Cola. Cummings resigned from Coca-Cola 2016. He's not the owner of Coca-Cola. He cannot take the Coca-Cola in Liberia. In fact, Coca-Cola spend more money in Liberia than what they're getting. The real fact. Cummings has nothing to do with Coca-Cola. He's not the owner of Coca-Cola. But there's an educated woman speaking. 2, Cummings need to build schools around the counties and in Maryland. I don't know why we stay attached Cummings with Maryland. Cummings was not born in Maryland, never lived in Maryland. Don't even have a property in Maryland. 2, he need to create job. You don't need to create job as a citizen before you have the right, before you want to give you the right to run for president. But this is the thing. Cummings got over 30% on payroll. Cummings got a school in Liberia. This school has teachers. They are on payroll. It's not free. The Cummings Foundation is not free. They are in Liberia and people working for them. You know, that's his personal achievement. Now, this lady supported President Weah. Cecilia supported President Weah. Did the question I asked her, did President Weah convince you what he was going to do, or what you saw in President Weah that encourages you to vote for him? He never called you. He never asked you. He never told you that he was going to contest. You did it. That means you people had different motive to support him. Now today she's disappointed in President Weah. Did President Weah create jobs in Liberia? No. Did President Weah did anything in Liberia that benefited Liberians? No. Apart from playing football. And I would say, whether you're lucky or not, playing football has no impact on the spectator life. It's just an entertainment. It's for us to go and laugh and walk home. The people who benefit from football or any sports are the owner and the players. We pay our money, we go on the field, we yell all over the place. From there, you go home. It will not put food on your table. It will not change your life around. Only the owners make money out of it. But this is an educated woman who's suggesting why Cummings. But this woman put a man on Liberia. She voted for President Weah. She campaigned for President Weah with no experience. Never created one job in Liberia, because the little place they open in Liberia there ain't go nowhere. But Cummings got a foundation that people working. Cummings got a school that people working to. So you talking about Cummings building his skyscraper. You pay $60,000 a year. Yes. In America, there are certain buildings we the poor people can never live in. He built a place that got 24/7 current, that got elevator going upstairs, that got security and everything. United Nations want to rent it, they rent it. President Weah built a luxury place, and what happened? How much he charging into his compound? You see how they contradict themselves. These are educated people. That's the only problem she got with Cummings. Now Cummings is weak. Yelling. Go back. You guys go back and listen to Cummings' interview. Then another guy asked, he said, I like Cummings, but I don't think Cummings can fight corruption. Okay. Go back and listen to Cummings' interview. Every time they ask him, he said law and order. Every time he actually said, like one of the interviews, he said that if I am the president, I will, people who steal, we will prosecute corruption. He said it. Do you know why people are afraid of Cummings in Liberia? Because of the way he speak, and they understand that he will not take it from nobody. That old thing, the way we do business before, we say, oh, all our politicians said that we are related, so they cannot prosecute people when they steal. They cannot. But no. So I want somebody to tell me why Cummings he's not qualified. If President Weah, who has no experience, and now today is proven, you telling me Cummings is not qualified to be president of Liberia? Anybody is qualified to be president of Liberia. There are other Liberians who qualify to be president of Liberia. Because when it comes to president, there is no extra degree. It's your mind. You must be honest to the people. You must know what you're doing there. You must have integrity. Because president of a country, you president for like Liberia, 16 tribes, 15 counties. You're not president for one group. One word come from out of your mouth, it destroys lives or improve lives. So these are all the things you need to get. So you need to build roads, you need to build a school in Liberia before you run for president. So they are talking about Cummings because Cummings got money. So he's supposed to go and build schools all over the country. If he want to do it, it's up to him. You go back and research Cummings. I say, before you speak about someone, nothing personal, but this is a public thing that everybody saw the comment, but it makes no sense. She's a smart woman. It's like a guy telling me in Liberia, oh, all the thing you're doing, in America, you're supposed to go, let the opposition start building schools. Opposition build schools in America? The Democratic Party, they build any schools in America? No. That's not a responsibility. Their responsibility is to fight for you, to make sure that you get it. If they are in the Senate or representative or whatsoever, it's not their job. But when I see people who live in America to come up with different ideas in Liberia, it's painful. It's painful. Like my sister Cecilia talking about what the thing is, Cummings should build schools around the country. How Cummings building is expensive. Cummings building is expensive. He's not concerned about the people and what can I say? We don't know. We don't know nothing about these people. We don't know. Let's say for me, I research before I talk. I research before I talk. I have my reason why I put this topic. And I will tell people I'm not going to hide my feelings this time around. I am not going to hide my feelings this time around. Liberians should decide. Change is hard. Change is hard. But if you're looking for someone who you think can fight corruption, will be able to fight corruption, that won't give a damn whether you his relatives or whatsoever. Nobody is perfect. But we're looking for a leader that make a decision and stand by your decision. We look for somebody who will bring that change. We got somebody. And I see no other person but Cummings. I can tell you that. I see no other person. Apart from that, I see Darius Dillon. People who can fight corruption in Liberia. The boss stop with the president. The boss stop with the president of Liberia. The president has power to do a lot of stuff. Only the president can fight corruption in the country. Only the president. The legislatures can do whatsoever. If they're not strong enough to challenge that president, the corruption will go on and on and on. Only the president can install law and order. The legislature will make the laws. If the executive do not implement that laws, it's for nothing. It's for nothing. So let us stop lying to ourselves. Oh, he just coming. Oh, the man, look, speaking softly, or you won't be so loud. Speaking your loudness to not make you a good leader. They got some leaders who speak loud and they are strong. They get some leaders who just speak, but they have no action. They got some leader, look at Paul Kagame. He don't yell. He's a military man. You don't see him yelling. But what makes you to be a leader is your decision. When you make a decision, how well you implement it and how you stand by it. Sometimes it might not be right, but you should stand by it. You should stand by your decision. Whether people would like it or not, but that is your belief, it is your decision. So you must take responsibility when it fails. That's what good leader does. When you make a decision and it don't go through well, you must come back and tell the person, say, yes, I did this and I stand by it. And if it allow me again, I will do it again, thinking that I will make it right. You know what I'm saying? But since it failed, we can take a new one. We can try a new one. Sometimes it's collectiveness. Yeah. You don't need to go and batch out on people. Yes, we the supporters or whatsoever we talk, but you don't expect a leader, someone who fighting for that office, to be all on Facebook insulting. Yes, he can come out and speak. Every time Cummings speak to the press, he talk about the economy. He talk about things, the basic things in the country that are affecting the people. He said it. But I will tell you what I want to see from Cummings to add on to what he have. What Cummings need is to add this street smartness to his stuff. That is what he need to add to it. You when I say street smartness, it is time now Cummings need to take his telephone and start to tweet and start to put on Facebook. That is where the message are. It is time now for Mr. Cummings to be able to sit in his little office and take 10-20 minutes and explain to Liberian people and say something. That is what Liberian love. Whether you like it or not, today you'll call Darius Dillon or Facebook senator, and he got it right. This is the time now people need to stand for Cummings. He don't need an interview. He don't need any interview again. Every time you interview Cummings, people fall in love with Cummings. Every time Cummings have an interview, the more people get to understand him. You don't hear Cummings talking about Bernard Ure, or talking about Boaka. Coming stick to the issues. You have never heard coming saying that and Bernard Uri is this or that or that. But you always see them talking about Cummings. You always hear them talking about Cummings. I respect Mr. Boaka for his services to his nation. He served Liberia at the peak. But nobody should tell me that we should take Boaka. Okay, before I go there, one statement that Cecilia made, and which I agree with her, she said anybody who wants to run for office should be able to show the medical results and paper, which is truth. It's fair enough. Show what you got, how strong you are. We're not looking for president in a wheelchair. We're not looking for president who's going to sit and other people do the work. We know exactly. That is what we're trying to prevent here. We all know that Mr. Boaka is not in a 100% health. Forget about the age. Forget about the age. We're not saying that president, if we make Boaka president, he should sit in a house and just be talking and other people carry it. No, that's not what we're talking about. It's not going to work that way. It's not going to work. Whether Cummings is not president or not, and she said something, we need new faces. We need new faces, which is truth. We need to try new people. Cummings is a new face. Darrell Stillon is a new face. A lot of other people are new faces. They got a lot of new faces. They got smart people. And I can tell you, it's the same Archie Vaughan. It's a new face. I'm sure you know him. But new face. We need somebody who will stand up. Somebody who are not in connection with these people. But you see, politics, whether we like it or not, the old guys, some of them will still remain. But for most of them who working now, their time are over. Because of their corruptness, their attitude, nobody going to employ them. Some of them, public corporation will not even employ them because we will speak against them. You know what I'm saying? So, I am saying, this is what I see in Cummings. Liberian people want to feel you. Liberian people want to touch you. They want to understand you. They want to, because that's the only opportunity. And look, that is why I do not insult voters or one of the least men. You see the man in the street, the Zogo, he has a voting card. The man in the Mercedes that got a big house in Painesville, he got a voting card. They all got one vote. They all has one vote, and they are all equal in the eyes of the Constitution. Not the only difference between you, when you in charge, he want you to speak for him. Why you think people get into politics? You think people get into politics to go make the rich people rich, or they get to make more money? No. They get into politics to make sure they speak for the people below them. That is why people get into politics. That is why. If Cummings were looking for money and wish that his personal money, then Cummings need not to get into politics, because the money that Cummings has to live on, any president in Liberia can associate themselves with him. You know, when you get money, you're part of the big boys. If you got money, you are part of the big boys. They will call you any day. They will talk to you anytime. You can make decisions behind closed door any day, anytime. But sometimes people who got money try to get into politics to make a change. To make a change. You find few poor people who get into politics and really want to make a change. Yeah. You find few poor ones. In America, I will tell you today, among all the senators and the former senators, the poorest senators in America, senator was Joe Biden. Joe Biden. And he stayed the poorest no matter what. Because he want to make a change. He drive every day. He take the train to go home. He was the poorest senator. And he was planning to even sell his house when Barack told him no, because he want to take care of his son. Every other guys then got rich. They make the deals. They did all kinds of things. But you see, when in politics, if it's so fair, when you try to be honest, people go after you. People go after you. Whoa, this man, this and that. Ask yourself the question, why people continue to complain about Cummings? He's not a criminal. He has no criminal record. He never worked in the government. He never took money from the government. He never suppressed nobody in Liberia. Why they? Oh, he just coming. Oh, that communist man there, and he will bring everybody from America. No, that's not the point. What I bring people from America. You can be on the other side. Somebody might know you that will make the recommendation. It's always the case. It's always the case. Somebody will recommend you get a job and whatsoever. But I would say people are trying to push Mr. Bouaka into the whole thing. If Mr. Bouaka had a good health and whatsoever, he can run for president. But two, there is no way you can convince me that there will be integrity on the face of the CPP when Omen Bouaka lead our CPP. It will not work. We're not forcing it. It's not a threat. But let us be honest to ourselves here. We're looking for a change. The change is not in Mr. Bouaka. Because I hear from plenty of my friends, oh, let Omen Bouaka just be there. Then after one term, then he will leave. Or 3 years, he will resign. And then Cummings will take over. Who are you to tell the Liberian people who's supposed to be president and who's supposed to be vice president? Who are you? I don't want to hear that. We are educated people. We're smart enough. When you're going into a competition, it's the right of the standard bearer to choose his vice president. I don't like to hear people tell me, okay, let Cummings go, then Darius Dillon go as a VP. Who are you to say that? No. Let the people decide. That is why we need an open primary. Cummings have done a lot. He's qualified. He has the contact outside. His reputation is clean, and that is me. But let me tell you today, we got more time. 3 years is a long time. When I say long time, it means long, but we will mess it up and we'll straighten it up. We will not sit and allow people who damage the first government. I know you will not like it. I know I don't care how you feel about me, but my honesty is the truth. I'm not a fully registered member of ANC, of any political party. I support Cummings and I still believe that he's a trump card. Until I can see a new person who will get on that par with Cummings, then I say yes. Let us not fool ourselves. The UP-led government from Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, there is no way you can hear the CPP because they will attach you to Ellen and the CDC will be happy to contest against you. I can tell you today for free. How can I campaign to get a face of Unity Party? How can I campaign? How can I tell CDC that you are corrupt? You know, I remember when they brought Cummings to the CPP, I could see the joy on their faces. Whether you like it or not, my brother, the truth is the truth. The truth is the truth. If Cummings was not part of that CPP, you guys would not survive. Because the first thing, they will put the three parties together and say, listen, you know, among the three parties, I can consider Liberty Party. What I noticed about Liberty Party, they got people in Liberty Party who are objective, who they got a stable mind. They have a stable mind. They know what to do. They can make their decisions. But the Unity Party and the ALP, All Liberian Party, I don't trust them. I don't trust them. What will break? Look, you cannot come and take the front seat and think that we should bring you to power after you have damaged the country. Somebody inbox me, oh, Mooney, you know, you can't be saying that and take it easy now. We're not going to take it easy. We want you guys to know that you still have the chance for second chance. You still have, you are qualified, yes, but we will make sure that somebody heard it because the boss stopped with the president. That when they gave you a job for your second chance and you mess it up, they should prosecute you. That's what we want. A new person who will not be afraid. Bernard Ure is afraid of Cummings any day. Bernard Ure afraid of Cummings any day. When it comes to integrity, they can never be matched. Yes, I know I'll be touching toes tonight. It will never be much when it comes to integrity. When it comes to honesty, every one of them in our country, they got rich today because of government. What Bernard Ure started, he put it into business or whatsoever, but we all know he got money from where he worked. Today, Omen Boaka spent all his life in government. Even the car that he drives today came from government. Yes, he spent all his life. He was civil servant. He served his country. He served. You don't need to be president. The same way I can say, why Cummings be president? Cummings never told you he cannot be vice president. He's not going to be vice president. He never said that. But if Cummings going into the race, he going into the race to be president. And if he lose it, then somebody can call him up and say, man, I want you to go as my VP. It sounds good. But you cannot tell us Unity Party. And let me tell you, I want people to understand this thing. You know where all this thing coming from? They believe that Cummings did not support Boaka publicly to endorse Boaka. Did and Bromsky, may his soul rest in peace, endorse Boaka? No. But Cummings gave Boaka money, the campaign team money, and voted for him and told his people they must make the decision. And he stood by his word. And he stood with Boaka everywhere he went. I myself, I voted for Boaka. Cummings never told me to vote for Boaka. In fact, I made up my mind and I came out there, and when CDC people were calling me and said, "Oh, no," the hijack came out and said, "Listen, I'm going to support Boaka." And when I said it on, I can still remember on the Gilman show. On the Gilman show, that's what I made that statement. So let us be sincere to ourselves. The same people were yesterday supporting Ellen Johnson. But if you want us to be together, then you should be sincere. You're not going to use us use another candidate as a scapegoat to use his clean sheet. Do you know how many people pissed off with Cummings because he joined the Unity Party? They're not even talking about ALP, neither they're talking about Unity Party. And I can tell anybody today, even the CDC, the seditions you're looking at, if the sedition in that place, it is easier for them to even vote for Cummings than to vote for the Unity Party-led government. Then Ellen Johnson is there. And now they're making all kinds of different tricks. This time Liberians will not take it. So if you want us to unite, we want to unite, we're not going to leave. We will not leave, but we will not accept the cheating on primary days. Or else, we all will do what we can do. Seriously, we'll look for alternative. We will look for alternative. If you think you can make it with our cities, ANC, because ANC is nothing, then that's it. But we will not sit there and think that you will use people because you say, oh, that one made say Cummings soft. Oh, Cummings soft, we can talk. We want Boaka and Cummings to face the Liberian people and tell them what they're going to do. We want Boaka and Cummings to go to the 15 counties and campaign. We want them to go to the 15 counties and we want them to show their medical records if they are fit enough to lead Liberia. We're not looking for a president. Yes, anybody can die anytime. But we cannot look at somebody who already on a pacemaker and you think you're supposed to be the leader. Whether you're lucky or not, that's your business. That's your business. Don't like me tomorrow. Say what you want to say on Facebook tomorrow. But the fact of the matter is, we're going into a place where we're not going to stand back again. We will start taking the chance. We will start taking stand now until that day reach. We know why you're forcing the woman. We got the information already why people forcing the woman. And then let us talk about integrity. And then I can hold the woman responsible. I can hold the woman responsible. Yes, Brandon Samoka was indicted into the lower court. They found him guilty and he took an appeal to the Supreme Court and he was on the council. And guess what? Omen Boaka know very well that there was a problem at the defense ministry where Brandon Samoka misappropriate that B-men, so do not say steal the people insurance money. You think the military happy with President Boaka? The military is not even happy with President Boaka's decision. Because why he will stand by Brandon Samoka? Why you will stand by Brandon Samoka? That you put in after you know very well that this man here had a problem. The people in the AFL, I got friends in the AFL, they're not even happy with Josiah Newman Boaka for that decision to stand up with Brani Samoka after he destroyed the people's lives, their insurance. Their insurance. Even this country, America, is pissed off because who trained the army? Who put it in place? Who told the government that, listen, the army need to get insurance and whatsoever? He destroyed it. So let us be, this is not about what you're going to get or not. I'm not looking for nothing. I'm not a member of ANC. I'm not registered. Go ask them. But I support Cummings. The fact is that I can tell Cummings the problem that I have, that Cummings need to work on, is to put maybe the street smart on it. Is to let the local, the common man feel you. Let the other get down on Broad Street. Take the Facebook. Get on there and talk to Liberian people. Explain. Because every time Cummings have an interview, people fall for him. They understand him. He don't need to be a leader that will run around and start cussing. Yeah? Because of the situation of Liberia, very fragile. We got to be very careful how we speak. The leaders who looking for office, they will not be like us. The leaders who want that position, they need to start cussing. Yes, but Cummings speak on everything. But Cummings stay diplomatic. It's just like the late May so rest in peace, like and Bromsky. When Bromsky came to power before, Bromsky was the same way, very calm and want to act all this and that. But later, what Bromsky started doing, he started going all in the ghetto, speaking to people, going to all kinds of parties. Cummings need to do it. Cummings need to get on Broad Street and walk. Cummings need to get on Facebook and talk to Liberian people. He need to get on Twitter. He need to tweet. Let people see it. He need to go to every radio station or have your own page. Have your own platform. Let the people hear from you, and they will be asking you questions. They will be insulting him. They will be telling him things, and he will understand it. Let us be straight with each other, man. Please. You can tell me that I see Unity Party people going around singing songs, who to be president, who to be vice president. That is not the point. We all want good for Liberia. If you're serious, you want the change is a new phase. The change cannot be Bouaka. The change, because we know most of you guys think that if Mr. Bouaka is the president, your guys will leeway. Oh, we do this, yeah. No, we cannot do that. We cannot do that. So I'm telling you that Cummings is the trump card for Liberia. He has the experience. He has contacts out there. Yeah. You guys want to drink? What you got to drink? Nothing there for me? Good, thank you. You see, so he has the experience. He worked with companies, 500 Fortune companies. His budget and what's, he was not just an ordinary man. He's a financial officer. He knows when to spend and how to. Even when you look at Cummings' campaign, Cummings was so careful. He never bought cars. He rented cars. All those cars you saw there, they purchased some and they rent some. You don't just take money and start buying cars all over for nothing. It's just a campaign. Like in America, they do the same thing. They rent all these buses. You pay less when you do that. You know what I'm saying? So that is why I believe, it is my view, that Cummings is the trump card right now. And I will tell you, some sedition talk to us. And they tell us, Cummings was the alternative, but the way Cummings joined the CPP and whatsoever. But I will tell anybody, there is nothing CDC can tell Cummings during a campaign. Nobody can run any. You a lie that Cummings that gay. You will say, oh, Cummings weak man. Oh, Cummings that like Congo man. That's it. But Bouaka, CDC will tie and Bouaka to the Oman, no matter what. Yes, that's good. I'm camping for oh, yeah, Siri, I like that. Yes. Yeah. So whether you like it or not, but this is the real truth. He's the trump card. We will say it. We're not going to hide it. It's not going to break the CPP down. But if it will break down, it's because of the greedy ones. You people pushing Ome Bouaka, and Ome Bouaka will not contest. Put me on record. I would knock my chest. Munel Kishen, the general, put me on record. Ome Bouaka will not get in the race. He will not get in a race, no matter what. Omen Boaka will not get in the race. And even President Weah might not even contest. Put me on record. If President Weah contests, he will do it under pressure. Right now, President Weah is complaining and telling people that nonsense you're doing, I'm not going to contest, I'm not going to waste my time. So President Weah think that the people will go and perform miracle and do the job the right way, but he don't know that the problem is with him. He don't know the problem is with him. Yes, he is the problem, not the people. President Weah is the problem. Yeah. So when it comes to Omen Boaka and what his name self, when it comes to Omen Boaka and commies, that's it. And you Darius Dillon told you guys, he said, I like him, he's a very spiritual guy. Darius Dillon said that when you pray to God for something and he give it to you, you got to accept it and move on. He looking at himself, he decided to be a senator until God can take him from there. One thing I know, he believed in the institution. He's an institutionalist guy. He don't go beyond to go over his boss. When you ask him right now, oh, you need to do this, you say Yombly. Yombly is the political leader for Liberty Party. He will not bypass her. If Yombly says she want to run for president, I understand. If Darius Dillon say he want to run for president, I understand. If anybody else, I will understand. Not UP. Not UP. If Darius Dillon come out and say, I am interested to run for president, then we will understand. Because you know what I'll be happy for? Because he's a man that when he said, let's do this, let's do it. He's a man that we say, let's do this. Look, people don't understand sometimes. Darius Dillon, he's so transparent. Just imagine you call somebody and say, don't call my name, but I want you to give this to so person. He gave it and put it on Facebook. I asked him why. I said, my man, I don't call your name, but so you will know that I gave it. You understand? Honesty, empathy, integrity is what we're looking for. Not perfection. We all striving for that. Nobody is perfect. So if Darius Dillon come up and say, yes, I want to lead the CPP, I would say that's a good that's a good move. If Comey say I want it, that's a good move. If Yombly say I want it, it's a good move. But nobody should tell me, say, Bernard Ure need up the Boaka. Because listen, I'm not attacking Mr. Boaka, but the fact of the matter, what I'm saying, everybody know Boaka. Everybody know Mr. Boaka. So, and Joseph Newman Boaka and story is not a hidden story. But I know exactly who behind him. I know who pushing it. Because certain people think that, oh, when Boaka is dead, I'm free. I can get this. I can get that. But my children, my friends, when you qualify, whether Cummings or the Darius Dillon or whosoever president, when you qualify, Boaka can still recommend you. But the problem here is that when you are given a piece of job to do and you are corrupt, they will prosecute you. Because Cummings has said, we must hold him by his word. Cummings said it on so many occasions. Cummings said it so many times that law and order will be the first priority of his day. How can a man tell you my 2 years salary, I don't want it. I want it to be given to the Anti-Corruption Commission. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? That means he believed that people should be prosecuted. You know that you're stealing. You hide. You stole the government money. Why they shouldn't prosecute you when they catch you? They must let you go? No. Things are changing. That is why the other people are afraid that, oh, Cummings, they're not forcing Cummings on nobody. So if we can have an open primary, let us go to the 15 counties. Let us go to the 15 counties and let every registered member of the CPP, that means you member of all this full party, and you got a voting card and you vote in every primary, because the closed primary is a stealing and it's a crocodile thing. At the end of the day, we still have people going independent, because Bernard Ure has made it clear that I will give my vote to Boaka. Then Cummings is standing in the and Liberty Party is there. So even if some come to communists, it's nothing. If some go to Liberty Party, it's for nothing. That's what make the open. You're not even going to run campaign because the man telling you plain blank. This man came out so many times and said, "Oh, communists just coming. Nobody can come from somewhere." Leadership has no do with age. The age of Methuselah has no do with the wisdom of Solomon. Leadership is not dress right dress. It's not that my time. No. It's not that's my time. You try. You reach to the peak and you don't get it. You sit and wait. It ain't mean that you got to get it before you die. No. It's not. So to show that Labour Unity Party has a motive. Before they were sinking Boakai and Cummings. Now they are sinking Boakai and Darius Dillon. Boakai. So they want to use the popularity of Boakai and Darius Dillon now and say, yeah, we'll push it. If you get the numbers, try on your own. If Cummings were not to join the CDC, you people know that it was by this time the CPP done. Long time. But this man believed that, and I myself believe that one party cannot just defeat CDC. CDCs are 3 political parties. One party cannot just defeat them. The only time a new party will defeat CDC unless you go into the second round. When you go into the second round, then everybody can put together and go after. But you want to hold Cummings responsible because he never came out publicly to support you. If Cummings was nothing, then why you worry about Cummings for? Bromsky never did it. What you getting mad for? What about the people who left your party? What about the people that left your party and went to CDC and they came right back to you? Why you accepted them? Why you accepted Ellen Johnson Sirleaf? Why? So let us stop fooling ourselves. Tell me, Boakai spent 49 years in government. Yes, he spent 49 years in government. He served his country. He served vice president for 12 years. And under the 12 years, he never challenged Ellie. He never challenged Ellie. He was part of the whole corruption. And there were a lot of people who went to that same vice president office and people said they were corrupt. Whether somebody did it, or there was a guy who took something to Liberia. They were supposed to release a fire truck and then ambulance. They went to the vice president office. What happened? So you think CDC don't know all this record? They know. The same people from Unity Party still work with CDC. They will be happy to contest against you. Whether they don't win, but they will make the case. And guess what? If there is no other strong candidate in there, the CPP, it will be a tough game. Because the people say, but what the difference? What is the difference? Since Mr. Boakai left office, I've not seen Mr. Boakai in certain places. He's not feeling well. Let this man retire. We all know he's not feeling well. President, we are bossing up, and the news is all over. He did the surgery in Rhode Island. He got a pacemaker. President Omen Boakai cannot even stand for 4 hours. Let the man enjoy his retirement. You guys that follow him, that are trying to push him, that if you got new person in the Unity Party, bring them. If you got anybody new, put their face out there. Don't be singing a song here. You guys were the same one on radio station. You know, the other day Costa said it, but he don't talk again. You were on radio station before defending our government, defending Ellen when they killed Harry Greaves, defending. I saw the paper where when even they lack what his name said, Patrick and Vendetta Patrick up. Mo Ali said something. You call Patrick a terrorist. You guys made statement, but let us be honest. There's second chance for everybody when it comes to politics. People are changing now. We know that. But you're not going to change because the government came in and they blunder, and then you think you to be the one to feel the same thing you did. They're using your playbook. They're using Ellen Johnson playbook because you all over Ellen Johnson. That's the Ellen Johnson playbook that George Weah is using. It's just that people trying to change the whole thing and make sure that, but because they blundered, they ain't use it like you guys. Because Ellen used it correctly, but George Weah could not use it. He understand it. So that's how we caught them. But there's second chance for everybody when it comes to politics. You can be surprised. Say, but why? It's just like this guy, Spectrum. Spectrum voted against the Democrat, things, a lot of things. At the end of the day, what happened? He joined the Democratic Party before he died. Alan Spectrum from Pennsylvania. He joined the Democratic Party before he died. Why they couldn't refuse him? In politics, you accept everybody. Why? I bet you today, if Prince Johnson comes to the CPP, we will accept him. But that doesn't mean that we can pass the law. That doesn't mean that we can bring the war crime court. You know what I'm saying? There's so many ways that you can do that you can forgive people. A lot of ways. If this president was a smart guy, by this time we're not talking about war crime court anymore, because he was going to make the tour to all the counties, work in all the counties, like what Paul Kigari did. He took the tour to all his province, his district, and told the people, say, listen, we need to get rid of the whole tribal business. And today, you will never hear nobody in Rwanda talking about, I'm a Hutus, I'm a Sutis, and this and that. No. They will tell I'm a Rwandan citizen. President Weah could have gone, make sure that if you want to say, oh, you love development, let them build in every county a presidential palace that you will sleep in when you go there. You can work from there for 1 week and meet everybody in that town and talk to them. We come on a palaver hut, we forgive each other, and we move on. But because he never did it, the next president got to do it. The next president, the seditions, the whosoever must live. We will live together. The teeth and tongue can fight, but they still live in the same mouth. But as much as we are in the CPP, let us be honest to ourselves. We have one alternative in our CPP. Even when you put the first time they met in Buchanan, in Nimba, with George Weah, Cummings, and whatsoever, everybody who saw that picture, they knew that the neutral man, apart from George Weah, in that group was Alexander Cummings. When you lifted your hands up, when they lifted hands and said we'll work together, it was Alexander Cummings and George Weah, because people believe that, oh, George Weah did nothing wrong, he was the only man. But at the same time, Cummings was the most qualified one. Cummings was the one that who had contact. We thought that President Weah had contact. President Weah had no contact. He has no contact outside. That is why no companies have gone to that country yet. Sometimes you use your influence. You look for all your former classmates. You look at your former workers. You look at your former this. That's how you bring people in. I'm sorry, no call. So that is why I believe that Alexander Cummings is the right man. And Maulo said it all. A lot of people, and I look on the post I posted, what I posted that nobody said nothing wrong about Cummings. Oh, Cummings is a weak man. Cummings never made a decision. Cummings don't run the government. But read about this individual. Read about him. There's two ways you can know about people. You either read about them or you know them personally and you ask questions. Cummings neither to tell people about his personal wealth. Cummings have never told people anything what he got. We the one telling people. Cummings hides some of the things that he did for people. He hides some of them. Who was the first individual in Liberia that took money and paid WAEC fee? It was Cummings. He explained it, no. Who was the first individual to take his personal money and purchase in fact, gave a generator that he brought for himself, 365 kilowatts, 1,000 kilowatts or what? Give it to BWI. He told anybody no. The single man in Liberia, the individual who took $30,000 worth of computers and gave it to the University of Liberia, he told us no. The man who negotiated for almost $4 million worth of drugs to go to Liberia for Ebola when Ellen Johnson was president, he went around bragging about it. No, because he was not doing it to show up. Because you see, he thought the corporate war and the politics were the same. No, you see, in America, the people do these things, they don't explain it. So Cummings felt, listen, I can't be doing this because they say I won't be president. But no, that's not the thing. Politics is not religion. We are the ones started to explain it. We started. So anytime a Cummings have an interview, it's a plus for him. That is why, if you guys listening to me today, if you show you were close to Cummings, what Cummings need to add to his thing now, we'll call it street smart. We'll call it down to earth. He's down to earth, technically, because Cummings don't show off that he get money. But he need for the people to feed him. You see the Zogo that got no shoes, but he got a registration card in his hand to vote. The man who in the mansion, the man who got a big house, nice clothes, nice cars, he got a voter registration card. They one vote. It's all one vote. Nobody is more than a friend. Their vote are important. So if you want that vote, you must go after it. Don't go after it. Go after it like the Darius Dillon going after it. You can get the money in your hand, but you make the people to understand that it's not about the money that you bring in. Munel Kishen will be in Liberia 2022. I can tell anybody that. God gave me that long life. I will be there. We will campaign from place to place. We will tell our people, we must teach our people how to fish. Yes, at the same time we're teaching people how to fish, we will give you. It's just like you bringing a drugs dealer in the church. He don't need to stop smoking before he go to church. He can be in the church and he change. So if it costs me to give you a bag of rice and you will come closer to me to change, we must do it. If it costs us to give you $10, that will make you to come closer, and then we teach you that $10, it came from this place, it's just a spare cash. We will give it to you and tell you that we're giving it to you on this merit, that you must, don't think about it all the time. You must work. And everybody, we should make everybody to feel good about themselves. To campaign like very easy, my people. Let me tell you the truth. If you go to the point and show you get money, that's it. And then sometimes we know that sometimes the people who surround you because they feel you got money, they don't want to steal more than the people on the field. Because they will lie to you and say, oh, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. That is what you must be there yourself. The people want to see you. They don't want to see me. I can clean the ground green. I can clean it. I can set it up. But at the end of the day, they want to see you. If it costs you to go into a district 4, 5, 6, 7 times to convince them, that's it. You got Montserrato. You got Nima County.
Call from Paolini, Nancy.
You got Montserrato, you got Nima County, you got Bon County. Bon County get about 7 districts. You got Magibi County, you got Lofa County. You win the 5 counties, you win election in Liberia. To hell with Maryland, Sano, and whatsoever. That's where they got all the votes. Montserrato now got 51% of the total votes in Liberia. So you should understand now how everything look like. I will post a number up there. If anybody want to get and to contribute, you are free to call. Hold on one minute. Ende, who calling? Ende, who calling? But where I can't answer her. Where? Her roof leaking? Where is it leaking from? Go get a phone. What place leaking about you? But what leaking about you? On top of the roof? Sorry, guys. I had to go. You know, one of our property, they say leaking when you get tenants. What happened? When you get tenants, that what happened? So, we all need to work. Nobody will tell you say they don't want Omen Boaka on the side. He's a nice man, but the people that surround him, they are pushing the old man to do a lot of things, and they know that he's not supposed to. He's not feeling well. Let the man stay with his wife and family. Whether you will get a job in the next government, Omen Boaka can still recommend you, because that's all most of you guys fighting for. Jobs, and jobs. And not everybody will get it. Not everybody. You might help, but you cannot see you can see the promised land, but sometimes you will not reach the promised land. And sometimes there are people who make things happen, but that doesn't mean that they should benefit. They got other people can just sit and wait. And you take it from one point to another point. That's life. That's life. But you will still have that influence. They will always look at you. And I can tell anybody, if I want to just be a game changer, I just campaign for you. And after the campaign, that's it. Yeah. After that, that's it. That doesn't mean that I'm going to get a job. No. I still got a little seat at the table. So this is what we need for Cummings and whatsoever for the people to feel him. But I will say this. Unity Party, slow down with your Boaka. Slow down. We'll not take it. We'll not break the CPP to we'll not break it out, but we'll not take it. We'll make the case why you're not supposed to. Just take the back seat for now. You just came from the Liberian people. You in America, don't make no news on us. If you in Liberia, don't make no news. You think that politics that you will start to push on Facebook. Oh yes, Cummings just coming. Oh no, Omen Boaka. You're not fool nobody. We're not going to take it from you. We're not taking it from you. We'll start talking now. We will do the talking now before 2022. By 2021, this next year, 2022, we will know who's the standard bearer. But that document is not a holy Bible. It's not a holy Bible. It can be reversed. It can be changed. It can be, we can work on it. It's not a holy Bible. We will make it right for the people of Liberia. The people of Liberia. If you don't do it, we will go from place to place. There are a lot of alternatives out there. It's not a threat. It's something that I'm saying. And no matter whoever, you can be the most popular man in Liberia, I'd rather lose graciously than to lose on something that I know it would not work for me, to go after something. No. Because I never wanted to be part of anything that will embarrass me in the future, that is why I never supported George Weah. That is why I never supported George Weah, because I never wanted any embarrassment. I prefer eating my little money, my small money I work for, than to go and take $100,000, $200,000, $1,000, whatsoever. And if I'm going to get a job in George Weah government, trust me, I'm going to be right in his same nose. I was going to be in his nose the same way. President Weah tell people all the time, I don't know what I did to money, and money of all persons, I can't believe it. No, I was not one of those who are behind you when you're playing the football. I joined you when it came to politics. But I would not sit and I know, and you prove it to me, that go back to my old pages, my old videos. I owe no apology, and I still believe that he will not change. And don't be surprised. Put me on record. President Weah will not contest. President Weah will not contest the 2023 election. No. And if you do it, we'll see it in his face. We will see. Right now, for President Weah, he thinking what to do, where to start from, because there is no plan. There are no plans. Nothing. They are still fooling him. They still treat. You know, the biggest disgrace and shame is that they know that the man have a problem on certain things. They know. But he himself don't know that he don't know. It's not an insult. You look, it's a public life. If Joshua was a private person and doing his private thing, we're not talking about him. When you're running for president, you don't bring your resume. You don't tell the person, oh, my name is John Brown. I got BSc, I got MSA, I got MBA in this, and I got this one. No. You just say, oh, the man is citizen of Liberia, 35 years old, he got 25,000 hours for property. Bam. That's it. That's it. So there are a lot of changes. Lot of changes. And that change is not in no Ome Boaka. Ome Boaka barely don't use Facebook. He don't know how to text. Allah. Ome Boaka cannot even text. He's still the old school dude. He cannot text. He don't know how to use all the little things that we're using. No. Like he put it around, he would do it. No, this is not personal. No more Ome Boaka people are not gonna run after me. My friend Victor Kaiser, we know that. Y'all laughing. But the fact of the matter is, let us stop fooling ourselves. Let us stop. If Cummings leave the CPP today, let me tell you something. Y'all will not like it. If Cummings and his ANC leave right now, there will be a problem in Liberia. There will be a problem. And you know how many political parties they got there? We can march with other people. We can march with other people. Let me tell you the real truth. Let us be honest with ourselves. You might not scare nobody, eh? You shouldn't scare nobody, but Cummings believe that yes, it can work. You shouldn't scare nobody. I'd rather lose graciously to support somebody who I believe that will make that change. Yes. Who I believe that he will make the change. And if he don't win, fine, I can relax. I say, as far as concerned, I still get the best person. Nobody come and fool you yet to say, okay, say Ome Boaka, oh, he will do what he's supposed to do because his life is over now, so he will suppress, he will straighten up people. No, he cannot straighten up nobody. He cannot straighten up nobody. He will not straighten up Mo Ali. He will not straighten up Ben Ayure. He will not straighten up all the guys then who used to be on the radio station, criticizing other people, insulting people, and praising Ellen Johnson all day on Facebook and not Facebook, on the news, defending Ellen Johnson, how the this, how the that. But none of them ever criticized Ellen when Robert Salif were eating local money. None of them criticized. None of them. None of them criticized when they were eating our money. But today, they're in the forefront, criticizing George Weah. It's good. It's good because they put George Weah there. They brought George Weah to power. They gave George Weah the idea. They had George Weah in the government and they decided to share. And then they went their separate ways. You think the people of Liberia, let us be honest with ourselves. Do you think the people of Liberia really want to see the face of Unity Party? Just stop it, please. Just stop it. You better start thinking how to be fair. You better thinking how we start doing things, because I can tell anybody that if Cummings and the ANC leave the CPP cannot stand on its own. Well, like I want to be smart, because I have spoken to a lot of people, and some of them are seditious, some of them are with different political parties. And the way they express themselves, I know. I know. You got to be a rocket scientist. Some people are mad because why Cummings had to be even in the CPP. So sometimes they use that word where bird of the same feather flocks together. They use that word. Y'all want for Cummings to be cussing. But I tell you, I want for Cummings to have a page that he must start tweeting and start putting statement out there. Or sometimes have a 10 minutes, 20 minutes on Facebook, that the best way the people will see him. When the people get to know if you are sinning. The other day I told you are sinning, that every one of you must be very careful how you react on Facebook, what you're saying. If you listen to me, I told you before, the Muna Fahad, the whosoever, the Duke, I understand Cummings came from Atlanta. You know him personally. But the bad thing is that because you know him personally, whatever you say, sometimes face or negative, they just believe that you have too much control over him. And when he don't respond, because Cummings is the person who will not respond because he feel that your personal thing you say, you're not speaking for them. But once he don't say anything, they put it on them. Oh, you people think, yes, that's your right to speak. But anytime you want to speak, You make mention that I am not speaking for Cummings. I am not speaking for ANC. You see these things, and and not to go hard on people when you want. If you want to even say things, you just stick on the issue. Do not attack nobody. Everybody is important. I am important. You are important. Costa is important. Connors is important. Everybody, Prophet Kid is important when it comes to. I might not get 10,000 people watching me, but I can tell anybody. I can go into any gathering and spend 30 minutes in there, and I can convince somebody. I can promise. I can guarantee anybody that. I can live in a community within no time. I will get 10. I will get. Everybody will know me. I am not the shy one. I am not the one. I'm a friendly person. So it's not about the Facebook, how many person will be watching you at the time. No. But I can say this. I was in Liberia for what? 5 months. I visited 17 district. Today, if I go back, I receive calls from Todi. People can call me from Todi because I left my number with them. They can call me, oh, I sent Christmas gift. I got people in other places. I say, oh, you hold a small thing, you hold a small thing, you hold a small thing. Because you keep that relationship. They know you, you down there, you understand. Let them feel you. You use your hands, you eat with them, you drink with them. That politics. That's not company job. It's a two different thing. You're in the real world where you don't need resume. You don't need to show the Liberian people your resume because they didn't give a damn. They didn't give a damn whether they saw you yesterday. But if you can see, oh, Cummings weak. What Cummings did? Oh, Cummings can't talk. How man he can't talk? You don't follow him because your mind is made up. That's why I told Cecilia. You have already made up your mind to support CDC. You supported CDC. You brought President Weah to power. You, the Ava, you brought President Weah to power. He never went to he never asked you for your support. You went to him to support him. I dare anybody can tell me, I the only person can challenge anybody that say, I was sent for. Nobody sent for me. Nobody called me. He sent for me. President Weah never talked to Ava. I say, please, my man, I want to be president. I want you to be on my team. Or came to Cecilia or come to some, they themselves just look at him and say, we will make him president. Go and listen to President Weah's speech. He had an interview when he went to FIFA the other day. The day before he became president, the only disappointment he said that he was running for senator from Monrovia. Yeah. He said he will be running for senator for Monrovia instead of Montserrat County, which I don't blame him. I'm Monrovia for true. And he said the people came to me and they want me to be the leader. According to his own interview, he said my people came to me and they want me to be the leader, and I'm the leader of the Mighty Coalition and Mighty Congress for Democratic Change, and also they want me to be the president. You see that? They went to George Weah. It was on a silver platter that they put and said, my man, we will make you president no matter what. We will make you president. Most of them today, they are disappointed. Sisi, you are disappointed. I know you're watching me, but I know you are disappointed too. You had a little regret why you got to support him. You never thought this day was going to come. But for you to say Cummings should create jobs, he had created jobs already. He don't need to build schools in the 15 counties because he got money. He need not to. That's not it. Even right in America, there are certain communities you can live in. Certain places you can't just buy a house there. Some you get a small little house somewhere. Some people get $500,000 house. If you want to live in $500,000 house, it's up to you. Why Cummings should build a low income house? Did President Weah build a low income house? All the money he make? Did President Weah build one leg kitchen or clinic? No. Did President Weah build one small little school? No. But to show that Cummings get contact, he built a school without taking penny from his pocket, sponsored by Coca-Cola and Chevron. Then you say that Cummings should take over. He should have taken Coca-Cola for the people to. Oh, Cecilia, please, my baby man. I owe you for, please, man. Please. Don't do that. Don't do that. But to my Unity Party brothers, we will make the case all the time. We in the same party. It's just like the Democratic Party where everybody are making case for their candidate. We will make the case. We will not sit back and wait. We will not sit back and wait anymore. We will continue to tell the Liberian people until I will continue my thing until I will see Cummings one day on Facebook with his own little show. Cummings Night or Cummins Dave, that once a week, 30 minutes, he will sit by himself and hold his phone in front of him and start talking to Liberian people. That is what we want to know. It must happen. Yasini or whosoever, that must happen. And Yasini, call me, please. I want you to call me after the show. And so I want to open a line. Let me put a number up there and see if I will soon be leaving. If anybody want to contribute, if you want to tell me about Bouaka, why Bouaka should be president, you are free to do so. If you want to tell me why Cummins, you believe that Cummins is the man, you are free to do so. You understand? Please, it's not, I'll just give you a minute or two to make your case. Please. Please, just to make your case. Okay, the number is out there. If you want to participate, give me a call. I'm not going to stay too long. Yeah, almost there. Maybe I might work tomorrow or not, but I don't know. So, Mr. Bouaka will not contest. President Weah might not contest. But we need a new face. We need a brand new face. When I say brand new face, we know all the new face. You got Darius Dillon, you got Cummins. Yeah. If Yombly want to contest, fine. If the Unity Party want to go and find a new face, it's fine. You can send George Lobo. You can bring somebody else. You know, somebody, George Lobo can try. Okay. Hello, what's the name and where you calling from?
This is Mawolo, my man.
Hey, Wallo, what's up, man? How everything?
Oh, my brother, can't complain.
Yes, you're not complaining because nobody gonna listen. Yeah, we should have seen. Nobody gonna listen, my man. Everybody complaining. Okay, so give me your 2 minutes. Give me your 2 minutes input.
Listen, Liberians, if we want a better country, we gotta take emotion out of stuff and be strategic.
Okay.
You know, when people say, let Bouaka be president and he be vice president, and then after 3 years he will resign. What are you really saying? You want Cummins to be vice president to do the work for Bouaka, just for Bouaka to be there to satisfy?
Yeah.
You know, do we have time to play after we have damaged our country like this? I don't think so. You know, Bouaka for me is like he's family. But I would not support Bouaka against Cummins because he doesn't have the capability like Cummins. People gotta be real with this thing. Everybody, all about emotional or traditional stuff. Oh, the old man was there. Bouaka being in the government for the 2 years, let him point to anything that he has done to affect the life of anybody. Nothing. For the 2 years, you be scared to tell people it's been there that long if they want to talk about it. This man has come. He don't need it. Unless all the other people that are running, they need that presidency for their team. This man has got his team already. He has made his name in the world already. He got his own money already. The only reason why he won't be president is to change things for Liberia. That's his country. With all the success in the world, he will be most happy if Liberia do well. And most of us feel the same way.
Yep.
We don't have to live in Liberia. We can be comfortable here. But there's an emptiness when you're not in your country. And to see your country malfunctioning like this one, it hurts like hell. Maybe in Liberia they don't understand it. Look, Liberia, CPP, whatever. You know, people say, oh, United Party get a vote. That's what we're telling you. You stop wasting your vote and put it behind Cummings. Because this man can change that place for you, for your children, for generations to come. This man, he still has the agility. He still has the connection. He still has the respect from the business world. Just give him chance that the people come in and help this country civilize again. You know, I like to hear the CDC people talking, everything they say, say 1847, say 1847. You don't even know what happened in 1988. How do you know what happened in 1847? You know, I tell you, we grew up in Liberia in the 70s, and Liberia was functioning like hell. We had industry. We had everything we needed to provide what we needed in Liberia. 99% of these people talking today, they don't even remember, they don't even know Monrovia when there were no iron bar in front of the store. Do you people even know that we used to have telephone booth on the street in Monrovia? No. Do you people know that Liberia had bowling alley? No. Do they know that we were refining oil in Liberia and all the countries in West Africa used to come to Liberia to buy kerosene, gas, fuel oil and all that thing?
Yep.
No. Do they know that we were fixing paper, copybook, soap, glue, top, pen, stickers, cigarette, liquor? Do they know that? No. So what are you talking about saying 1847? That country functions. And because it functioned before, the blueprint is there to make it happen again.
Yep.
You know, but for these people to sit there and be comparing a man like Cummings to what he want to be president for, do you know what the level that man reached to? That man control a staff that is 3 times the maximum extent your government can go to. And that were professionals, that were not no zombie there.
Yeah.
You know, they may control a budget that Liberia budget can go into 20 times. And you run it successfully. And then you want to come tell him about some packaging, something like that. Cummings himself got almost the same money as Liberia budget. So what did I understand? For me personally, I see that kind of man and say, why would they make us fight in the boat $50 million? Because that's the kind of thing we made them crazy.
Yeah.
The man already got more than that. Why would he can't spoil again his reputation that he has made to steal money from Liberia and run away again? You understand? That's the risk we're trying to reduce. This man has everything he needs. He wants to serve.
We'll talk.
Give him care.
We'll talk.
Give him care. Give him care. Because if you don't give him a chance, we will start again. We will start all over with it nonsense and regretting again. We're not even coming to do it. If we are no, look, Oscar been in the government for 42 years. If he could do anything, he would have done it. If he could do anything, he would have done it. There ain't no strange thing.
That's true.
People talking about Dillon. Dillon is smart. Dillon got street smart. But let me I will tell Dillon something I heard him say before. This presidency, the job they call the presidency, is not for everybody. You need to become and learn. Go step by step. A man like Dillon will do well to stick with a man like Cummings, let him carry him in the way, introducing the people. Then he will be ready. maybe people were so involved with Liberia when Ellen was there? Because she was known. Why did I infatuated with Liberia when George we are there? Nobody got his time. Liberia remain Liberia. You need to put somebody there who the people can recognize. When the people say, give me the phone, one of that man, they say, oh, you know Alex Cummings, he was the CEO for Coca-Cola. Oh, Alex, yeah. You know Alex, yeah, he was the chairman of the board of directors for this. Yeah. That's the kind of person we want. Because when they know he's there, they will call him and say, look, Alex, I want to come and take a look and see where I can invest in your country. And that job. This is what we need in Liberia. You got jobs, you make money. You make money, it increases your standard of living. Your standard of living increases, your children life get better. Your children life get better, they look for a new way of life. Everything gets better. We need to stop this family thing, travel thing, that old man, this and that. Sometimes people got to know when to retire. You can't let people push you to be doing something until you die doing it. No. Retire. Alex Cummings retired from Coca-Cola when he was with his son. He didn't even need to stay there until he was the farm. Eh?
Yeah.
He had made money for life. This man sat down on several board of directors. Who invests in the world, in their country? Who invests? Who making all these companies down here? Who owns it? The Fortune 500 company, Fortune 100 company. Eh? These are the people who run the world. And this man got their telephone number in your phone. You don't want that in Liberia? Look, you made Alex Cummings president of Liberia, good for Liberia. You don't make president of Liberia, you will still be the same Alex Cummings. Nothing will change in your life, but everything will change for us. Because we'll be sitting now regretting again. Like we're regretting with what we got now. This man, whole family set for life. You stop playing around and try to compare things that are not comparable. This man don't have to work. The man sitting down and the money working for him. He don't need it. The man said he will work for free. What more you want for him? This man got a STEM school in Liberia that you don't hear them talk about. And the smart people will be so happy that school there to train our next generation of science experts. No, nobody talking about that. What else supposed to do? Mr. Cummings supposed to do this. You know how hard it is to work for that kind of money what that man got? The girl we are who was just playing something what he likes. And they pay him all that money. What did he even build one football field in Gibraltar? I see his son then there. They left with their Congo and country business. I see all of them bringing that nonsense. The children there right now for the Christmas break. They ever went to Gibraltar to play with the children there or the Congo now? The Congo now? Young Liberian people who like country Congo business. People get to a certain stage in life, they live differently.
Okay, let me. Let me bring somebody on. Thank you very much. Man. Okay, brother. Thank you. Hello?
Yeah, hello.
Yeah. Your name?
Emmanuel Faithful.
Yeah, what's up? What's your take? You have anything to say?
Yes, I do.
Okay, what's your view on Bwaka and Cummings?
Actually, I think Mr. Cummings would be the best option. But like what you were saying, I think he needs to avail himself more.
Yeah.
And, get to the people. Because, the society is not like, corporate world where people understand the perspective. But you got to get more, like, you got to really, really get to the people. Facebook Live, visit the people.
Yeah.
You got to change, the way he approached things because our people are different.
Yeah.
I know for him, he's not a very boastful person. He don't want to show off. He always say, I'm blessed. But these people have to see, they got to feel.
Yeah.
Like what you're doing. And explain to them, and they'll realize, he has to, do more. Like I said, ANC, they support us in the U.S., at least to engage more. It's undertake a small project like Cassava Farm, those things that can put the young people to work. So when people start seeing the low things, they say, oh, but the man even president, he's doing this. So I think that's really the approach now to try to do initiatives that will put the young people to work.
And even in Nima County, what I heard in Nima County, he even supporting farmers. But you see, I don't know, because for his background, he don't try to be boastful of all these things that he's doing. And in politics is not religion. To say that's my God, I pray to my God, it's a personal thing. When you shake somebody's hands, let everybody know what you did. I'm telling you, that politics.
Yeah,
and every time Cummings have an interview, people fall for him more. Every time I listen to people when he have an interview, everybody say, wow, this guy is different. This guy is this. So he need to change it now. He don't need an interview. He need to, just what I said, get on Facebook, talk to Liberian people. When you walk in, let on Facebook, like you see what Dara Zidon can do? When Dara Zidon talking, if you wait for the newspaper people to take it, no, let your people be there and carry it. When you walk in the place, let everything be going live and let everybody know that's your page. Let it be on your page.
Yeah.
Then let it don't be on nobody's page. Let it be on your page, because then Liberian people feel you. It's not America. So that's what he need to add on to his stuff. He got a school in Liberia. Nobody talk about the school.
Yeah. Like he go live and interact with the kids. You gotta be visible to the people.
Okay. Somebody else coming in now. I'm sorry. Okay. So just close up. Let me take a quick.
Yeah, I like the approach, and this is what we need to do. And the people that are close to communists just need to calm down. Don't let just preach the message, sell our candidate.
Yeah.
And I think that will be the way forward.
Okay.
But I think he had a prospect. He will be a good leader.
All right. Thank you very much, my brother. I appreciate
You're welcome.
Okay.
Hello?
Yeah, Yasini.
Hey, Monet, how are you?
What's up?
I'm good. Thank you for the show. I know you don't belong to a political party, but you support people based on your conviction. I know we all ran campaign for Boaka the last time.
Yeah.
I actually just put a link of my last. I believe it was my last podcast or my second to the last podcast that I made for Boaka support. All the suggestion that you've made, if you look right here, is something that we're working on about having Mr. Cummings more visible.
Yeah.
I want you to know that we're working on that. If you remember last year, we started that. But then when he took over the CCP, the work got hectic, especially with all the drama that were going on in try to make sure that he still focused, that we actually gave the Liberian people hope, which they did. I think they did a splendid job.
Yep.
I think the Liberian people responded. I think as a chairman, he was able to keep the ship together, because it got really tumultuous over there. The personal attack, the insults, and the days Cummings is weak. I think you just analyzed that, how you call it. But Cummings is doing a lot in Liberia. Let me just chronicle a little bit of the few things that he's done that is different from any political leader that ever existed in Liberia. First and foremost, let's say this. Corporate America is a very rigorous environment. To perform, you're in charge of the people. The three people that you're serving. People that you're serving outside, that you're sending your proper dough, your buyers, your employees, and then your shareholders. You got to make money for them.
Yeah.
You got to keep the business going. And if you can't perform, they're not Liberia. What they say, you write a budget, you say that $500 billion budget, you say that million budget shortfall, then $100 million, 25% of your budget is shortfall. You will not be there for the next quarter. They're not waiting for even the second or third quarter. You are not going to be there for the second quarter. After that quarter, you are out. You may not even finish for that projection. All right.
Yeah.
And this is how the corporate world function. You have to perform. You have to deliver. Or there are thousands of other people waiting to take that job because the job, CEO or COO job, is not a common job.
Yep.
Okay? That job you have to perform. You can't sit down and be pretty about it. You got to work. You got to know what you're doing. Okay? So this is Coca-Cola is like I think they have over $80 billion in wealth. All right?
Yeah.
So you talk about $80 billion. Liberia don't have $1 billion. Liberia does not even have $1 billion. So, and when people say, oh, he can't do this, he can't do, Mr. Cummings was in charge of billions of dollars. Mr. Cummings was the one that you can call and say, oh, they need social responsibility here, and you can call to the group and say, listen, we need to do this, we need to do that for that. He could have created, like they do here in America or in Liberia, create a subgroup somewhere where somebody, like for instance, we had a community here, the Liberian community, which was a registered for 1C3. If you were a cookie person, he would say, I will pour money through here and so and get a kickback. There are people that were doing it here. But he's an honest man, all right? Said Mr. Cummings went to Liberia. People first said, oh, he would just come like everybody else, he would leave. No, before he even moved, he had pumped millions of dollars into Liberia. He got our own Twin Tower right there, just before you get to 7th Street.
Yeah.
Mr. Cummings got that big building there, okay? Then he built a school, the first STEM school that is comparable to the STEM schools here in America, all right? With Liberian children going there to prepare them for the next season. Mr. Cummings is the only Liberian political leader who is not a president yet that has traveled all 15 counties, okay, and have gone back and traveled at least twice to all of the counties after the election. I'm not going to call names because I'm not here to call names. I'm not here to attack anybody to say anything because people get when you're speaking the truth, people get mad. I'm going to say what I know, that a person I'm supporting, that I have supported, that I ask, do. You know, people say because you are living in Georgia. No, it's not because we live in Georgia. It's because he's a man of character and great intelligence.
Yep.
Why Mr. Cummings rich? Majority of Liberian people have never reached there. Majority of us will never get there. Okay? It's a dream. We must give to people. It's just that low boy they call Kamara.
Yeah.
Kamara is a star.
Yep.
There are a lot of children that play football that will never reach that stage.
Nope.
So you must give that to them. You must respect other people's talent. You know, in you're a pastor or a deacon in the church. They say in the God word, and they say that so God gives some 5, God gives some this talent, so God gives some 3, so God gives some 4, so God gives 2, so 1. If God gave you 5, now you're 5, right?
Yep.
So Mr. Cummings have gone back and forth to the southeast. We saw that when you were attacked with Yeke Koluba.
Yep.
We saw him when he was attacked the last time. I think we were in Sano at a restaurant right there when CDC people were mocking him 2 years ago. We see Mr. Cummings took a thank you tour around all the counties and went to all of the chiefs and the elders and the children. We also know that Mr. Cummings gave millions of dollars to the Nima Community College to do an expansion for science and technology because that's where the world is headed. The world is not headed into accounting and business major. It's not headed into political science because those are the dominant stuff. The 3 things in Liberia that make money. Acquire cashier job, accounting, law, where people get right. The lawyers, the half of them are rogues, are the one who say so. Okay? And the politicians are the one who need to lose the country. That's it. Okay? We need doctors because we don't respect people. That's why our people can get that. We would rather run to Ghana. But Liberians have talent. I know Liberians in this country who are doctors in the country and got their own firm. And they were in Liberia, they were not the money. My cousin is a medical doctor, was in Liberia. She packed up, she came to America. Today she makes good money. She worked in Liberia. In Kenya, she didn't go to school. She just took the test and took the test and back. Liberia has talent, okay? And this man is looking to tap into those talent to prioritize Liberia. And you see, last year, Mr. Cummings invested, I think about $30,000 into Liberian businesses. There were competition.
Yeah, 60,000.
How much?
60 on his birthday.
Okay. Yeah. he gave out money to Liberian businesses to increase their business. He didn't say you'll pay me back, because you know most Liberian businesses don't get money when they go to the bank. And let me tell you other thing that the last government did to Liberian businesses. They broke down Liberian businesses. Even I have a sister-in-law who went to do business to construction. They will come, they say they will give you they will set it, they pay. You pay for it. They tell you gotta pay. You go to the bank, you take a loan. Or based on that pay. You start the project. When you start the project now, time to pay your people. When you go for them to pay you, they will not pay you. They will run you up and down. I had a lot of Liberian people abandon those projects because they refuse. Those people that were in finance, call it them, amber them, refuse to pay Liberian businesses. Those who are, they force you to give them kickback. All of those cases are millionaires. Okay? UP government created more millionaires in the world than any private business sector in the history of Liberia. Or in any, how you call it, in the history of Liberia. The PRC government was the most funded government in the history of Liberia. Okay? But then we came to this past government, the UP government. Now it's the most that the money will come into in all of the history of Liberia from outside. We got billions. When we broke down a building for almost $5 million. Remember the defense ministry that was built by the Israelis?
Ministry, yep.
And then when Liberia fell off, it started going to Libya and they abandoned that building. That building would have lasted for 200 or 2,000 years. They wanted to look at how the Israel people can build. But they wanted the money. They broke it down for almost $5 million to invest another $10 million in city building complex. And that nonsense. Yeah. While Liberians are homeless. While Liberians are sleeping in graveyard.
Yep.
And then Boku Land, that building was still right there. And they go take that $5 million and build a complex and take another $5 million and build what do you call it? Lower income homes that people can pay even at $50 or $100 a month, so Liberian can live the human being. Okay, there are a lot of stuff in the pipeline, but like you talk about Mr. Cummings' visibility, we have been, you put this structure together. There was a lot going on, but we're coming there. Remember, Mr. Cummings used to have the ABC time. Yeah. We're going back to it. In fact, we are going to be in the coming days creating a platform where we come together. Like a town hall, mini town hall, with different community leaders to have a conversation. I think we're going to start from there. Then we'll start with young people. Then we'll go to the market women. We want him to have, because the thing with Mr. Comey is that there's a aura about him that when you encounter him, you know he's humble.
Yeah.
He's a humble person. He's not braggadocious. Like when people are loud people, like when the people who brag, like when people like who walk in and say, you know who I am?
Yeah.
He's not that. He's the man who, we can tease him, who wear the same clothes over and over, although you can afford to buy the whole Macy's, but you don't want it. And we can say that how he can save his money. We can tease him. We can tease him about the man get money they wear with the same thing over and over. And, and he was just smart at who he is. And Mr. Cummings is not the kind of person that will help you. Mr. Cummings will give you $10,000. He's not going to talk about it. If you don't talk about it, he's not going to talk about it. And the way you say this is politics, we have to get him to talk about it.
Yep.
Because he think when he does that, he violates other people's privacy. If the people think he has shown their kindness, they should speak about it. But that's not the way it's going to work. So I stand with you on that. He needs to be more visible. And people have to understand their capacity and their limitations. I respect Walker as an elder. But I think it is time for him to be a kingmaker, to be a statesman. Yep. I think so. I think he does not want to be. I think majority of the people who are pushing, because they think some of them think they will get their old job back, and some of them will get a new job, and that's what this is about. This is not about our Liberian people. If it's really about Liberian people, and Monique, I can surmise easily that Liberia has at least $1 billion plus more, or maybe close to $30-80 billion industry. Even the fishery alone, the marine life alone in Liberia can use billions of dollars.
Yep.
Tourists, look at the waterfalls. Look at the waterfalls in the Takuma waterfall.
Yeah.
Then look at the lake.
Look at those things. Yep.
Look at the flooding. Look at those lagoons. Do you know 88% of the business in the country is in the service industry. Those are all services. When you create the people coming in, there are more airline and workers you hire. There are more restaurants that will function. There are more cleaning people, janitorial people. There are more hospital visits. There are more people to do even exercise gym to create the people who come in who want to exercise. All of these things, okay? So we can do that. But I'm with you. That's why I support Mr. Cummings. I rank can be for Boakai. But I think it's time to go to. You have to know when to open the door for new people. Since Ellen Johnson Sirleaf and Boakai took over, before they left, we had 3 presidents. Ellen took over when George Bush was president. We got Obama. She left just before Donald Trump. So when people say we don't have to change president, who told you that? America changed president every 4 years. Who told you that? We got to open the door for new ideas and for the new generation to take it. One new generations of idea with vision, with character, with intelligence. And we need to hold people accountable for their behavior, for what they do and what they say. For Liberia to force forward, there have to be accountability for our choices and decisions that we make. That's what I believe. But yes, we're working on that. Mr. Cummings will be in the coming months. You will see he will be more visible. He will be more accessible. And I was supposed to. Sometimes I send you that information, but it keeps saying not sending. So I will send it again tomorrow. Remind me, and then I will also text it. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Mommy, and God bless you. Thank you for the evening.
No problem. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Okay.
Take care. Pode Jesus.
In my own country, they're trying to track me down. For what? I don't know. Oh, Mr. Liar Man, you know I didn't do the thing you say I do. Oh, Mr. Liar Man. Rastafari, King Selassie, big up, oh Mr. Liar Man, oh Mr. Liar Man, oh Mr. Liar Man, oh Mr. Liar Man. You know I didn't do the thing you say I do, oh Mr. Liar Man, oh Liar Man, you know, Liar Man, you know. I didn't do those things, oh Mr. Liar Man. I know I didn't do those things, oh Mr. Liar Man, Mr. Liar Man. Rastafari, no, I didn't do, oh Mr. Liar Man. You know, you know, you know, you know, a liar man, a liar man, a liar man, you are a liar man. Oh, Mr. Liar Man, you know I didn't do the thing you say I do. Oh, Mr. Liar Man, Rastafari, King Selassie, big up.
I didn't do it, Liar Man. Let Jah judge you, Liar Man. I didn't do it, Liar Man. Judge you.
So what you keep lying? Lie, 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 lie. You lie, you lie, you lie. Oh, Mr. Liar Man, oh, Mr. Liar Man. I say you lie, you lie. Oh, Mr. Liar Man, Mr. Liar Man. Hey, oh, Mr. Liar Man. You know I didn't do the thing you say I do, oh Mr. Liar Man. Jano, 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 Rastafari, no.
Liar Man, I didn't do it. Liar Man, let Jah judge you. Liar Man, I didn't do it.
liar man. Me nah go burn you with no fireman. Me nah go burn you on the fire pan. Cover you a liar man, wicked man, bad man, foolish man, Mr. Liar man. Get away because me never love you. I say oh no Jaja, I go judge you. Cover you a liar man, wicked man, bad man, foolish man.
Liar man, I didn't do it. Liar man,
you ready for that?
Judge you.
You ready for the boy there?
Liar man, I didn't do it. Liar man, let Jaja judge you.
Wanna hear it? Don't ever follow back on Mr. Liar man them. Because the name say it already, you know. You see me? Mr. Liar man, wicked man, bad man, and foolish man. You see me? Fire upon Mr. Wicked man them. Mr. Liar man them. Fire!
Hello, thank you very much. Okay, and I'm going to cut this thing off. I got things to do here. Okay, guys. Okay, I want to say thanks to everyone for watching, and I wish you guys a happy new year. Maybe I will come on tomorrow, but we will make the case. Please, let us do the right thing. Next year, what next for us? It is time now you choose your friends. When you're over 50 years old, you don't make new friends. If you make any new friends, it should be someone who will help you. But tomorrow is not promising to anyone. We still not too sure if we'll see the new year. It could be me, it could be you. But I will tell you, do not enter the new year with hatred. Do not enter the new year with something that is bothering you. Something that is bothering you. We all want money, but money is not all to it in life. Your happiness is what matters. Family first. Respect your friends. For me, I respect friends because everything that ever happened to me come through friends. I'm from a very poor family. I know what I went through. I know some of the tests, some of the hard times that came my way, and I'm grateful So I've experienced it. I've been tested, and it don't move me anymore. Yeah. And that is why I love one scripture in the Bible in Matthew 5:8. Only a man with pure heart will see God. Do not harm or damage your fellow man. Yeah. And what we do in politics is not to damage nobody. We just speak the truth. I don't need to lie on no one. But we just want things to be right. That is what. So it's nothing personal. It's politics. But we must speak the truth. The truth is what the Liberian people want. Because they don't know. They have been seeing wrong things throughout their lives. So they believe that all the wrong things are right. So you see, we must tell them. We must let them know. We continue to do the same thing and we're getting the same results. So let us do the right thing, please. Please, let us do the right thing for the sake of Liberia. Whether you're sedition, whether you're from other political parties, but put Liberia first. And do not fall in love, then you will understand the right from wrong. But the truth is the truth. When we say that we need this person to read, Cummings is not God, but God gave us the wisdom to know people who have the wisdom too, to know people who have worked throughout. Giving, making, and bringing a president in is not just on the merit to say, oh yes, man, we know the guy. Oh, this guy been around a long time. No, follow his track record. Look at his surrounding. Know where he coming from. We came a long way. We need change, and change is not easy. Change is hard, but at the end of the day, we will enjoy change. So we know that some people are afraid of Cummings. Some people believe that Cummings is not strong, but then you get it wrong. But he have done a lot. He has done a lot. And some people say he's doing it because he want to be president, but he's not bragging about it. He's not bragging about it. He's not showing off. He's not making people understand you know who you're talking to. No, he's not doing that. What he has for himself, the money, that's his money. He worked for it. If he want to do it, he can do it. Cummings can spend, and I would say, tell people this. Cummings can spend money on Liberia and it will never come from his pocket. I believe it. I've seen it. He got supporters. He got people who are willing to spend. He got people who would give him. Just for example, the school he built in Liberia never came from his pocket. It came from Chevron. It came from Coca-Cola. When you look on the signboard, they will tell you, say, sponsored by Coca-Cola and Chevron, because he worked for them before. That his benefits, that's his because of his good work. You know what I'm saying? So just imagine, he the other day, what Cummings was, he was part of the World Economic Forum that was held in Washington, D.C. And he was one of the panelists, along with other foreign dignitaries, former leaders of Brazil and former war and big companies. So know that. How you think they know him? He's there. That's the thing. We're not trying to downplay people that you because you never travel. No. In Liberia, we must graduate. We must go through. Because you see, everybody, by the time they get a degree, they're looking for they won't be president. President business is not an easy thing. It's not easy. Sometimes based on the individual, it can make the difference, which is truth. But if nobody knows you, your government must be prepared to show that honesty. You know what I'm saying? And don't think that it's fair, 100% fair out there. Don't worry about it. We want jobs in Liberia. Government cannot employ us. Government don't just create jobs, but government create the avenues to create jobs by encouraging businesses from companies from other countries and coming in and giving them the opportunity to operate in your place. But it should be sincere and the people should benefit from it. It's not for you as a leader to put it in your pocket. We got money in Liberia. We got resources. 5 million is nothing. We got more forests in Liberia than anything. We got a virgin forest in Africa, in West Africa right now. We got diamonds, we got gold, we got everything you think about. You know what I'm saying? But we just need that leadership. Somebody who will put Liberia first. Somebody who will deprive themselves and say, yes, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to leave here. This is what I want to leave, that in the next 3, 5, 6, 7, 10, 12 years, Liberians will see the difference. Like what Mawolo said, a lot of people don't know that we had street phones before in Liberia. A lot of people never knew that we had bowling alley in Liberia, which is true. No, a lot of people don't know that we had street lights in Liberia. They don't know. They think this is the first time, because most of them, the 2,000 people, most of them don't know. Most of them don't know that in Liberia, the stores never had iron gate before. They had glass. And nobody used to go in there until the war and whatsoever. That's how Liberia was looking. Liberia was once our number one customer in our fishing industry was booming, was blooming. And there's a lot of things you can make money on. And there's a lot of things you can make money about when we get officials that put their interest first. That put their interest first before the country. And we had one of the biggest fishing companies, Mosrado group of Mosrado fishing companies. You won't tell me Liberia cannot encourage or convince a fishing company to come to Liberia and do it instead of us giving license to people that are going on our water and just stealing our fish. And we're allowing fishermen and other people to just come to Liberia and steal our fish. And why our people, look at Ghana today. All these people went through, they seen hardship. But it took the leader with gust that the people felt it. But today, they are in a comfortable place. When it will happen to Liberia? It might not be in my time. It might not be during your time. When it will happen? When? When will it happen? You think it can happen? It can happen. It is possible. It is not impossible. Liberians understand, but we that God blessed and we left that country, left Liberia, we can't go back and be the same. We can't go there and start acting like them. Want to get government job to steal. And these same people in Liberia see you stealing within no time. How you think they feel? How you think they feel? What you expect them to say about other people? Oh, you just come here for a job. That's truth. We just come in there for a job. And even some people who go in there to create job, only there to make money and get out. We ourselves don't know business. We got Liberians who buy cars from this country here, spend $2,000, spend $1,500 to take it there, which is $3,000. They spend another $1,000 and they free it, which is $4,500, but they sell that car for $10,000 in Liberia. Stealing. We just want to make the money and walk out of our country. We ourselves are not doing the right thing. We don't want to pay taxes. We're looking for the days where, and they will say, yes, somebody talked to me. I'm not going to call the name. And somebody myself, we spoke the other day, and this person told me, said, Munir, and this person get property in Liberia. They said, I'm just waiting for the day where we get a government that will stand up and say, yes, you must pay your real estate tax. Yes, you must pay this other tax. You must pay that other tax. And we should pay it. Not to give it to somebody and eat. But at the same time, things should be good for everyone. Our youth, to empower them and teach them how to work, that by the time they graduate, they understand what it means by working. We had it before in Liberia. You don't have a vacation school in Liberia. Some people used to be in the ministry, some people to public corporation. Government used to push them to employ students. By the time your vacation is over, you show only $200 or $250 to buy your little books. It is time now we need to tell our smart children, instead of wasting your time to go to the tire shop and start sucking for muya, you can open a study class in your yard and help somebody because they are smart. And help some kind of little child. When the last time you took a child to read? What is your role? Everybody a politician in Liberia. I myself am on Facebook. Yes. Everybody tell you what is what. But they got one idea. Our leaders don't even have the vision to improve the lives of the youth. Don't even bring anything tangible on the tables to tell and say, this is what, this other workshop. But then people who try to do this, it's always the case. If I come on Facebook right now, I start cussing. At Costco, you see I'll get 10,000 people watching me. But when we're saying something real, they will just come and look and move on. When you talk about church business, they will just look at it, feel the pass. But let somebody come on right now and I just open some kind of cussing on George. You see the people that will come there. Oh yeah, my man, the man. Why we always love the bad things? Why? Why? Not all the time. I don't hate George Weah. I only saying these things because he's failing. When you see me talking about him, because he's failing. If you are doing the right thing and people feeling it, and the other little things, we're going to talk. We're going to support it. But your approval rating is bad, is bad. According to the defeat that CDC suffered, that's the approval rating of George Weah right there, of CDC. 35%. You below 50. They counted that you felt, everybody felt, oh yes, CDC. They counted. So, we just want it right. We hope he can turn it around and make it right. But it's not an easy thing for the people to believe in you. Because when you see Zogos and other children then criticizing the president, it's over. It's over. They still can't feed you. They can't honor. And these are people who voted for this government. Forget about the educated ones who only went there to steal. Some of them only wanted jobs and they never got the jobs. And they were disappointed and they left. Then imagine the ones who don't have a career, who cannot even do nothing for themselves, can't even sell or get money to buy water and sell. We got government officials doing their own businesses. Everything is about themselves. No check and balance. No check and balance. Legislatures pass a bill or $50 million bill and only a few people got it for stimulus package. Only a few people got rice. All the other counties, nothing. We got President Libra who having a Christmas party for only a few people right in his neighborhood, in his place. But you got 15 counties who never took a tour to see other people. Then you say we shouldn't talk. We should sit there and don't. You know what happened today for Liberians to be changing because we spend time on Facebook. Guys, we'll talk tomorrow. Let us do the right thing. If we don't do the right thing, we'll be the loser. If we don't think about Liberia, we'll be the loser. I can tell anybody that. Ome Boaka served government for a very long time. But I can tell you today, because of other people, we know that people are pushing Boaka to do certain things. He don't want to, but they believe that, oh yeah, the people like him. Do not lie, let nobody lie, Mr. Boaka. You serve your country well. You're not in a good state. You're not in a, we all know very well. And you know president business is not an easy thing. You would think a lot. You got a pacemaker that if you start thinking about Liberia so much, you know what happened next. But this is not something we must stop to say, oh yeah, you know Boaka, oh anything can happen to the old man, so let's just make the old man president. That's not how it works. That's not how it works. And Owen Boaka go as president, then Cummings go as vice president. Today you're seeking Cummings go and Boaka go as president, Darros they don't go as vice president. You change the tune because you are very greedy. But my friends in UP, my political friends, I know we're not friends like that, but we'll not sit and allow it to happen. We're not. This is nothing personal. We need to get away with the county and tribal business. I know some of my friends then who from Lofa County, some of them Bandi, some of them Kisi and whatsoever, they piss off. They're looking at Boaka now, he's from Lofa County. That's not what. I'm not looking at Cummings because he's from Maryland. And I say that every day. Cummings is not from Maryland. He was not born in Maryland. He was born in Montserrat County. So getting a link with Maryland is not from Maryland. He never lived there. He don't have a property there. I'm from Maryland. But yes, whether his father from Maryland, that doesn't mean that he's from Maryland. That's the point. Where you were born is what you look at. I'm from Maryland. My second county is Montserrado. I'm not going to fool nobody say I'm not from Maryland. I was born there. I'm not going to tell nobody say, oh, but the fact is that get rid of this whole county and tribal business. If you want to get a good leader, forget it. And let us stop calling people names. Whether you Mandingo, you Muslim, and to my Muslim brother, I understand. Don't make it look like you the only tribe in Liberia that never got the president per se. Nobody from Nima County that became president. Nobody from Lofa County. Nobody from Bon County. You understand? They got other people from the River G or Tottenham from Maryland and George Weah. I can tell people George Weah from Montserrado County. He's not from Sando and Grand Crew. Okay, are you putting the Grand Crew? Nobody from Grand Bass or so. This is the thing. So let us stop to, oh, this time we want Muslim person. Then when the Muslim man say he won't, I don't care who wins. Every Liberian has the right to run. But if you want to bring it on a tribal land, I will support you. Most of the time I see the post, oh, everybody have tried this time that our Christian brother John or Muslim. No, when you tell me, by the time you attach yourself to with a name, I'm not here for that. If you're Muslim, if you want to contest as a Liberian. If you're Mandingo, you want to contest as a Liberian and stop telling people about Mandingo. When you tell the people, oh, it is time for Mandingo to take over and to run for president, then you're having a problem. So even if all the Mandingo vote for your candidate, do you think they're going to win? No. Let him be a Liberian citizen. Stop calling names. Oh, Amara Kone coming from Guinea or this and that. Oh, because no. He's a Liberian. He served your country. And some of us who make these stupid comments, we need to stop it. We need to stop this nonsense about Mandingo, Muslim, and whatsoever. Mandingo are part of the 16 tribes. The Bassa man, they got Bassa in Cameroon. It's a major tribe in Cameroon. So you want to say, someone will look at you and say, oh, you're from Cameroon? No. The man served his country, whether he's a Guinean, but he know that he's from Liberia. You think they accept them in Guinea too? They don't accept them. They know the Guineans. They know the ones who, if their father came from Guinea, so what? Some of us, you call us foreigner already because the name and because of the color. You call us all kind of names. But some of you got some funny names that are not even related to Liberia. Yeah? Some of you got some funny names. You don't even know your own father. Some of us will know our father and they die. Some of you are Liberians that don't even know your own father, but you want to consider yourself you're the only Liberian. You are the only Liberian person. When it comes to politics, you call it names. But the Mandingo people, if you want to run for president, run as a Liberian and stop putting Heno to the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? Nobody going to run say, oh, I'm a Congo man, I'm a Bassa man, so I'm running. No. Darrell Zero a Bassa man, so he's running. So all the Bassa people vote for him. That is why we don't get good leaders. Because we worry. You go to Lofa County, they say, oh, you're not from Lofa County, so we can't vote for you. Anybody from Lofa County now, because the men are kissy men, oh, you want to talk about him in the vest. They're not tribal business. Tribalism is nothing good. It's almost like a racist. It's like racism. Yeah. Yes. We need to get rid of it. We need to stop calling tribes. We need to stop telling people you this and that, you Crown man, you Gisi man, you Gio man. We need to stop it. They are Liberians. So you yourself run as a Liberian. Don't get in a damn race and can't tell me you're a Crown man like the other guy say, oh, yes, this job I got is because of Crown people will benefit. Then you mess it up. How many times, man? How many times we'll teach you guys? How many times we'll let you know? You in a public life. Go home and talk about your tribe. Go home and love your family. Go home and stand by your family. But when you come into public life, be smart. Think with your head. You don't just open your mouth to make other people feel bad. You don't just open your mouth and start things that certain things is just very sensitive. We got to be careful. Religion, tribes, we got to be careful. Yes, you can tell them, say, listen, your political party, no, we don't want a political party. But within a political party, they got all the 15 tribes in the political party. You think all the Mandingo will be in the same count in the same party? No, it's impossible. Eh? You think all the Mandingo will go and join the Alcohol party because Alaji Kroma party because you Mandingo man? Which is true that majority of people went there. In the Prince Johnson party, majority of Gio people, we agree. Because that Prince Johnson organized the party. So until other people from different counties want to join the party, they're scared because the Gio men will overpower them. The Gio men will suppress them in that party. But you make the party, you the leader of the party, make the party look like a Gio party or Basso party, like even the Liberty Party. People just believe it's a Basso party. Eh? That's how they believe. Because the men who want about a Basso man. Eh? So you need to stop saying these things to people. All the Mandingo people are in the same party. All the Muslim people are in the same party. All the Christians are not in the same party. We all spread all over. So leave the tribes and county out. I don't believe in it. I can consider county association than tribal association. Because the county association, you got all the different tribes in the county association. But every day, global association, crew association, Basso association, you're not going nowhere. Nowhere. So guys, I talk to you. Y'all have a good day. God bless you. Y'all have a good new year. Be careful. Take time how you drive. Tomorrow is not promising. We lost a lot of good people. So if you go today, that's the will of God. So I love you. Y'all have a good day. This is Munel Kishen, aka the General. I love you guys. Y'all take care. Bye for now.